Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. He was nearly silenced by cancer, but 10 years after his diagnosis, Levon Helm, singer and drummer from the legendary rock group The Band, is back with a new album. Anthony Mason spoke to Helm about his miraculous comeback for CBS News Sunday morning.
How did you find out?
Well, that was my first, I got hoarse. And usually through my life, I've been able to sing my way through any kind of throat trouble or hoarseness or what have you, cold or anything. And all of a sudden I couldn't. And the longer it went, the less, all I could do was blow air. I couldn't get those vocal cords to vibrate.
You had 28 radiation treatments?
28 radiation treatments, yeah.
Each one compromising a period of how long?
Well, you get 5 a week. It's a daily basis.
Did you go into that treatment thinking, I'll never sing again?
I didn't even take it that far. I just went into it. I was just, almost like you're bouncing off the walls in a way. You don't figure much past the next meal. Mm-hmm. And I just, tried to be as positive as I could and say my prayers and not give up hope.
Mm-hmm. So you weren't aiming for anything particular, just to get through it?
Just to get through it and live and keep playing music.
Yeah, everything else is a bonus.
Everything else was just
gravy.
Yeah.
I imagine this would be traumatic for anybody, but you're a singer.
Well, I was lucky because I've never pictured myself or thought of myself. I've always thought of myself as the drummer.
Right.
And I would take my turn to sing whenever I had to, but my joy is to play the drums, of course, and the singing part was just something that I glommed my way into. Mm-hmm. So as long as I wasn't on at death's door, I started to getting pretty happy. I couldn't talk or laugh, but finally got so I could speak a little bit and laugh a lot, and I was pretty happy.
When you think about it, it's a pretty long road to this album, I guess, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
You dedicate it to your parents.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, my dad and my older sister gave me my first musical understanding, and singing some of the old songs that we did on the album was when I first started trying to sing harmonies and things like that, and that seemed to be the best place to start, was those old tunes. Those were the ones that made me love music the way
you went back to the beginning.
So I went right back to the beginning and tried to make those tunes sound as good as I remember them sounding to me when I was a baby.
What's it like to sing with your daughter on an album?
Well, that's the big payoff for me. I wanted to get over my illness so that I could do that. I started trying to get my voice back when we had a little blues band called the Barn Burners, and Amy and little Sammy Davis were doing most of the vocalizing, and I would try and sing harmony parts and double up their parts, and it finally got so it seemed like my voice wanted to come back, and then we started swapping verses. They'd do the main song, and I'd help with a verse here and a verse there. And I wanted to get well enough to do that. I didn't think, I was happy to be the drummer. That's really what I wanted to always do, was drive and play drums. And having Amy sing and having little Sammy sing, we weren't suffering for vocalists. So I had made a pretty good deal with myself. I turned out lucky. I wasn't going to die right away, and I could still hear and play music. So I figured giving up the singing part wouldn't be any kind of a great sacrifice. Mm-hmm. I'm not in love with listening to my voice, the sound of my voice anyway, so it wasn't too hard on me for that part.
What was the hardest part for you that Amy helped you with in going through this?
Probably trying to explain myself musically, like you're working out a new song and you can't go ba da 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 da. You can't do that. You can go off. And, you know, I could write it down and I could whisper it to Amy and halfway translate. I don't write music well enough to hand it to you. And that was probably the most frustrating part.
Where would you like to go from here? You've come back all this way. Are you happy with this?
I'm happy with where I am, and I would love to continue to play music and sing songs and hopefully have it liked.
That's good enough. Okay.
You know, it's not a guarantee, though. Nothing's a guarantee. It's the old one day at a time. And that's all it's supposed to be, I guess.